Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy DBBantino, and today we're back with another episode of tips and tricks to help you become successful in this music industry. So today we're going to talk about collaboration, one of the most important things. One of the most important things when it comes to collaborating, I would say, is to work with people outside of your network. Some of the most money that I've made in music has come from artists outside of the country that I either wrote or produced for. Sometimes you got to make yourself a bigger fish in a smaller pond. So that means taking your talents somewhere else. That leads me to another step. A lot of people like to collaborate online, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of ways you can do it. You can even collaborate with people online over video calls. There are a lot of different programs and platforms that allow you to do so. But there is nothing like catching a vibe when you're working with somebody in person. That's one of the best ways to collaborate. That's one of the best ways to see how people really feel about your music. And sometimes just being in the room makes people like your music more. Sometimes you even got to pay to collaborate with people. I know you might have an ego and you're thinking, why would I pay anybody to work with them? But just imagine, say you make an investment to work with a bigger producer. When he collaborates on your track with you and y'all both put your tags on there, now it will be easier for you to increase your rates based off your association with bigger name producers. Another thing about collaboration is understanding who owns the work. The easiest way to do that is by doing a split sheet. A split sheet will have everybody's publishing information and their assigned percentage. So let's say you wrote the hook and another artist wrote the verse. You and that artist might split 50-50% on the writing. Where the producer comes in and he did the whole beat. He gets 100% of the beat. But if that producer were to work with two other producers to create that track, they could split the 100% of the production side evenly, 33% each way. There's always 200% to a song. There's a songwriter side and there's the production side. So keep that in mind. You can even collaborate with real musicians, like people that play instruments. It's always excellent ear candy when you could hear like a real guitar on a track or a real saxophone or flute or even like a singer to come through and do your vocal melodies. That way, when you put a track out, you're giving people unique sounds, things that they haven't heard before, not the same loops that everybody else is sending off of. Another thing is, allow people to work without too much direction. Don't bring someone in the studio and tell them what to do. Give them the opportunity to express themselves. You might hear something that you never thought of. Where telling them what to do already puts that artist in a box, that writer in a box, or that producer in a box. Some scenarios you might have a clear idea of what you want, and that's perfect. Maybe they can execute on that. But making a song is about the feeling. That's what people are going to gravitate to, the vibe that you create and the feeling that you create. And sometimes that can only happen within the moment. You have to allow people to be creative. The last thing I would say about collaboration is do to others as you would want done to you. For example, say you get a placement with an artist and you collaborated with another producer. Let that producer know. He might not be in the room when that artist selects that beat. Don't go tell the artist, oh, you made 100% of the beat. That way you can be the man in the moment because everything comes to light. So be honest. If you and somebody work together and y'all was successful enough to create a sound that a major artist or a major label wants to pick up on, continue to work with that person. Don't do things that'll make the relationship shaky. Longevity is the most important thing. You want the song to be successful and you want everyone to feel like they can push the song. You want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on and everybody's treated fairly. Treat people fairly and people will want to continue to work with you. This has been another episode of Tips and Tricks on how to be successful in the music industry. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get this page up. Let's get it. I'll be having more tips and tricks for you in the next episode. I'm DBBantino, and I'm out.
I ran it up in a year.